What's going on, guys? K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. My apologies for the lack of updates. I have been insanely busy traveling all over the place, taking care of a lot of stuff in the background, but you guys know I could not leave you hanging because if we actually have a look at the Bitcoin chart right now, even though you know that we are bullish, there is something right now that is a bit concerning that we absolutely cannot ignore. So I do want to bring you this super quick update just so you could be prepared, especially if you are trading right now. And also, crazy news came out. Something that, you always hear like, countries adopting Bitcoin and Tesla buying Bitcoin. Well, now we have a presidential candidate coming out speaking very highly about Bitcoin, as far as taxes and stuff like that is concerned. So really, really big stuff that could be happening in the background right now as the S&P continues to rally. So stick around to the end, guys, because like I said, we could be in for a bit of a bumpy ride, and this is exactly what you need to know to navigate this crazy landscape. So Bitcoin continues to go sideways, as you guys can see right here. But if we have a look at the DXY broke below 100, but it is trying to push back up on that level again. Now, the interesting thing is that we did have Bitcoin dominance fall, right, as soon as we hit around 52%. Now, obviously, this was because of the XRP victory that we had. We saw that massive pump, but at the same time, if we have a look at the stock market right now, the S&P 500 specifically, we have absolutely broken out of this upwards parallel channel, and you can see right here, we're continuing to rally. And if we just go from top to bottom, the S&P is only down about 5%, where, obviously if we come over to Bitcoin is down, well, about 57%, right? And the thing that's a little bit worrisome right now is that you could see right here is this blue zone, and this is where we had all of these wicks that came down and they provided that support. I mean, we had a lot of them, right? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And currently, that's kind of where we're bouncing right now. So if we do lose this, would Bitcoin end up coming down all the way to this major macro trend? That's something that we do have to be careful, because even just here on the daily, we had this parallel channel, and you could see every single time we came up here, that acted as resistance, right? And every time we came down here, it acted as support. We did have a little bit of this fake out right here, but of course, I've stated that the reason I believe we had that was because we had this right here, right? We had this Terra Luna crash, we had this resistance, and we had this resistance as well. But the thing, if you look at it right now, the problem is that we've actually fallen out of it, right? You can see right here, we've definitely fallen out of it. We are below it. So, again, are we going to have another retest down here at the 25.3? We do know how critical and important that level is, but I am just warning that it does seem like these very traditional areas of resistance are in fact acting truly as resistance, We didn't even get up to the Ichimoku cloud, and if we look over here, where did we bounce back? Again, exactly at that level, right? And the most concerning area right there, which is literally, as you guys can see right here, the 1.618 Fibonacci. You guys see them right here? So this is essentially where the blue zone ends, and we turn into the red. And every time we go into this red area, which, by the way, would put us up around our next target at $47,300, so it's not necessarily the fact that, we're going to just have this major crash. Maybe we just come down and just retest some of these major levels. But I do want you to be cautious, because now that we are having this rejection, we may come back down to retest this line. What you don't want to do is lose this level. You absolutely don't want to fall below this and then start putting in some lower lows, especially while we're having the S&P rallying, right? So that would be a little bit of a concern. Again, everything on the weekly is looking pretty neutral. The monthly is looking very bullish, and the daily so far looks like maybe what I'm thinking, even though we are a little bit high here on the RSI, if we were to maybe have something like this, where then we could connect that to an anchor and a trigger wave, then that would be a good opportunity for that trade, which, by the way, if you guys are interested, check out the tutorials popping up right here, right now. There's over $56,000 in bonuses below, so take advantage of that. Again, you could see we do have this extreme volume profile range right here, which is still sitting at around $20,228. So for the most part, I don't envision us going any lower than that. But let's talk about the news. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he's running for president. So back in May, he said cryptocurrencies led by Bitcoin, along with other crypto technologies, are a major innovation. It is a mistake for the U.S. government to hobble the industry and drive innovation elsewhere. Biden's proposed 30% tax on crypto mining is a bad idea. And fast forward literally to just last night, this was sort of breaking news. You had Robert F. Kennedy Jr. unveiling a plan to exempt Bitcoin from capital gains tax when it's converted into US dollars, and to begin to back the greenback with real finite assets such as gold, silver, platinum, and Bitcoin. He would start the process, he said, very, very small. Perhaps 1% issued of T-bills would be backed by hard currencies like gold, silver, platinum, or Bitcoin. But he also echoed commitments he made at a conference in May, defending the right to self-custody Bitcoin, run blockchain nodes at home, and promising industry-neutral energy regulation. But of course, it wouldn't be a day in crypto without something going on. The global securities marketplace NASDAQ is halting the launch of its own cryptocurrency that it was previously planning to roll out by the end of the second quarter of this year. They said they suspended the launch of its digital asset custody business because of a regulatory risk in the US. Not surprised. This quarter, considering the shifting business and regulatory environment in the United States, we have made the decision to halt our US digital asset custodian business and our related efforts to pursue relevant license. And you can see right here, we had spoke about this actually in my previous video. U.S. Congressman Richie Torres wrote a letter to the SEC chairman Gary Gensler asking the SEC to reconsider its approach to regulating cryptocurrencies, calling the attacks stupid and crusade, like a crusade. A recent court ruling by the New York Southern District Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that cryptocurrencies are not a security in and of themselves, but can be sold as part of investment contracts covered by the Howey test. Torres described the decision as a landmark legal opinion that rejects the regulatory excess and sloppy practices of the SEC. He also criticized the SEC for failing to provide fair reporting, clear rules, or consistent guidance to the crypto industry, and instead relying on generally politically timed enforcement actions. So you are seeing that pushback, guys. You are seeing, for example, RFK, right, backing the US dollar potentially with Bitcoin. And you are seeing the pushback against the SEC and the ridiculous way that they are basically enforcing by essentially just fining people and things like that, right? So that's basically the news for today, guys. Also, don't forget, if you do want to get your crypto off the exchanges, I do highly recommend the Ngrave. If you guys want 10% off, you can use the link below in the description. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. You guys rock. You're the reason that I make these videos. I may not be able to update tomorrow again. I'm going to be flying, traveling again, but Friday we should be good to go back on everything. And I just got an alert right now. Did you guys hear that? Let's see what it says live. I'm actually curious. Yeah, so it's saying we should short. So anyway, guys, I'm not saying that we should actually short right now, but what I am saying is we do need to be careful with this price action. So I will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. Until next time, stay crypto, and of course, peace out.